How did one of the greatest football managers of all time and one horse lead to the Glazer takeover and subsequent downfall of Manchester United Football Club? In the early 2000s, Manchester United were coming off of the back of three-peating the Premier League and becoming the first English side to win the treble in the process. They were owned by several different shareholders. Irish businessmen John Magnier and JP McManus, through a joint company, were one of the largest shareholders at the time and were friends with the United boss, with whom they shared a common interest, not the club, but horse racing. In fact, it was through horse racing that Ferguson was able to convince the pair to first invest in Manchester United in 2001. John Magnier made most of his millions through his horse breeding business and saw a great PR opportunity in inviting Ferguson to invest in a young horse showing great potential, the Rock of Gibraltar. The horse was registered as being co-owned by Sir Alex Ferguson and Magnier's wife, Sue. Judging by Fergie's hand placement, maybe this is all a lie? Okay, but seriously, the horse ran in United colours and enjoyed tremendous success throughout its remarkable 18-month career, breaking records in 2002 for winning 7 consecutive Grade 1 races. Ferguson and the fellow owners were pictured often with the horse after the consistent race victories kept pouring in. However, the horse retired in October 2002. It was estimated at this time that the horse could generate up to £200 million through its stud fees for its owners. Unsurprisingly, Ferguson believed that this was the prime moment to cash in on his ownership stake. However, a dispute arose when it came to cashing out. Ferguson believed he was entitled to a share of the horse's future breeding rights. This was disputed by Magnier, who stated that Ferguson's share was only for the racing section of the horse's career, which would be paid through the prize money that he earned. Ferguson was enraged and issued legal proceedings in 2003 that played out both in courtrooms and within the walls of Old Trafford. As the feud intensified, the Irish owners increased their ownership share of the club to 28.7% in an attempt to flex their muscle over the United boss. Simultaneously, the Glazer family, who initially owned a small percentage of the club shares, observed the situation closely. They saw the tensions and divisions within the club as an opportunity to make their move, and began quietly stacking shares in the background. On a trip back to his homeland, United captain Roy Keane was told to warn Ferguson about the seriousness of the position he was taking. Keane then attempted to dissuade Ferguson and advised against making such powerful enemies, especially when they are shareholders in the football club. It was not, however, Keane's warning that stopped Fergie. Instead, it took a reported £2.5 million settlement offer to bring an end to the court case. Seeing as the Glazers continued to stack shares in the background, by the time 2005 rolled around, there was only one obstacle to the Glazer family triggering a full takeover of the club: the shares owned by Cubic Expression, which was McManus's and Magnier's joint venture. So therefore, Malcolm Glazer wrote an offer to acquire their shares in Manchester United at £3 a share, which after roughly 6 months of consideration was eventually accepted. This left the Irish businessmen in tens of millions of profit in just a few years of their shareholding. By the end of 2005, the Glazers had gained ownership of 98% of the club shares, sparking widespread protests and discontent among the fans due to the leveraged nature of the buyout. 18 years later, United fans wait in desperation for updates on the Glazers leaving the club. As you can see, the Rock of Gibraltar controversy played a significant role in the chain of events that led to the Glazer family's controversial takeover of Manchester United. So let us know in the comments how responsible you feel Sir Alex is for the downfall of Manchester United. If you would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe.